This is the all-new Harley-Davidson X440 T, and this one is the latest addition to Harley-Davidson's X440 portfolio after the X440 platform that the brand has. And we are in Goa to ride this motorcycle. We have spent a good amount of time to give you guys a first impression on how this motorcycle is to ride, what are the new features, what are the new design elements that are different on this motorcycle compared to the standard X440. But before we get going, if you are new to our channel, do consider subscribing to Car and Bike for the latest news, reviews and updates from the world of cars and bikes from Car and Bike. So then let's start with what all is different on the X440T. While the overall silhouette of the motorcycle remains the same as the standard X440, there are a couple of design changes to differentiate it from the standard model. So while the front end is more or less the same, it is the main changes in the rear section. You get a completely rear section wherein the subframe is absolutely new, and you get this fairing with the tail lamp is included into the fairing. And with that, the exhaust is also updated. The inner construction is slightly tweaked to give a better sound, and also you get these heat shields on the muffler tip and these heat shields here and here. So that gives a more premium look compared to X40, which used to look a bit dull. As far as the tank is concerned, it's still the 13.5 liter fuel tank, but then there was more gap in the X440, so that has been covered with this panel. So it looks more complete, and it gives a better look to the motorcycle when you sit on it. And the other changes that have been done is that you get this decal. Now this is inspired by the XR750 and the XR1200 model. So you get the same, you get these racing stripes and you get the red pinstripe, which gives it a sportier appeal to the motorcycle. Apart from that, the switch blocks on the motorcycle are different. So they have been updated, and the fit and finish and the quality of plastic is pretty good. Last but not least, you used to get standard mirrors on the X440, but over here you get these bar end mirrors, so it gives a more cool look and they're quite functional. You get a good vision of the vehicles behind you. While those are the main design updates, moving to the features, you get four main features that have been updated on the X440T. So first up is that this motorcycle comes with ride-by-wire. So the throttle calibration is far superior, it's a lot smoother, and you get two ride modes. You get road and rain, which you can change on the go. And apart from that, you also get switchable traction control and switchable ABS for the rear. Moving to the bits that have remained the same on the motorcycle, it's the same platform. You get the same steel trellis frame, but here the chassis is finished in a matte texture compared to the gloss finish. So this also adds to a premium feel to the motorcycle. And the engine powertrain, which is the same, it's the X440cc single cylinder oil air cooled motor. The power figures have remained the same, and the gearbox also is the same 6-speed gearbox. It's slick, it's smooth. The engine also has got a nice punch in the lower end. The main focus of the power band is in the mid range of the RPM band. So at any given time, you have got a good drive to the gears. So that makes the overall experience a lot smoother, and also you get that punch every time you twist that throttle. Okay, so then before I head to the ride experience of the X440T, let me give you guys a quick idea on the rider ergonomics and triangle. So my height is 5'7", and to get on the motorcycle is not an issue as such. The seat is a bit on the wider side, so shorter riders might face a bit of difficulty to have a firm footing, as you have to spread your legs a bit more. But apart from that, if you go to see, the rider triangle is pretty good. It's very comfortable and also engaging at the same time. You've got a nice one-piece handlebar, and these bar end mirrors add to the overall experience, gives you a nice cool look. The seat height is set at 805, which is same as the X440. The weight on this motorcycle is 1.5 kg more than the X440. This one has a ride-ready weight of 192 kg. Ground clearance has remained the same, and pretty much the foot pegs are more or less neutrally positioned, so you don't have any a nice upright commanding stance. Yes, you can definitely scoot a bit back to have a more engaging experience when you are trying to chase triple digit speeds. But apart from that, the overall feel and the ride experience from the cockpit view is pretty good. So yeah, and also front end feels pretty light. So steering the motorcycle in tight spaces or while you are in traffic isn't a problem as such. So before I get to the ride experience bit of this motorcycle, let me give you guys a quick lesson on the exhaust note. It's definitely a bit louder and a much more throatier, and there's a good amount of pop every time you downshift. So it makes the experience a lot more engaging. What do you guys think about the exhaust note? Let us know in the comments. So then, yeah, let's get on with the ride experience. We got to ride the X440 T in the narrow streets of Goa to the open highways and also on some scenic twisties and corners. So it has been a good experience as an initial impressions front. And compared to the X440, which has got a bit of a more relaxed and a comfortable ride quality, the nature of the motorcycle like that. But in the case of the X440 T, here, Harley-Davidson has gone a bit with a tracker kind of an approach. So the ride experience is a bit on the engaging side, and to achieve that, they have changed the damping on the front and rear suspension to give a slightly firmer ride. So you get more feedback from what's happening at both the wheels. So the spring rate and the damping character is slightly the firmer side. So even when you brake, the front end, which usually would dive in on the X440, that has reduced. And when you're cornering also, you get more confidence to corner a bit harder and brake a bit more aggressively. So that's in terms of the suspension. As far as the brakes are concerned, the setup is the same, is same carry forward from the X440. So goes for the tires. The wheel setups remain the same at 18 front and 17 at the back. And overall, in my ride experience with this motorcycle, I would say that the brakes did a really good job. I don't have anything to complain as such. The ABS intervention is very minimal on good roads or any bad roads as such. But even traction control in road mode is pretty less. When you shift to rain mode is when the intervention of the ABS and TC is on the higher side. And the power also, while Harley-Davidson says that it is reduced by around 10% to make it much more easier, I feel it's a bit more dull. But then that would be in the case of someone who's an experienced rider, he might find it to be a bit too dull. But for entry level newcomers to this motorcycle in this cubic capacity range, the rain mode works out pretty fine, and it gives you more tractability to go much more easier, to have better control on the motorcycle when the road conditions aren't in your favor. Right from the moment you open the throttle, there is the throttle, the power delivery is a lot more linear thanks to the ride-by-wire system. So it's very smooth, it's much more predictable. So that all adds to the overall ride experience. The seat has been slightly tweaked. The foam cushioning is the same, but on the outside you get this ribbed design. So that gives you more grip while you are sitting on the motorcycle. Speaking of top speeds, I managed to clock around 125 speedo indicated top speed, which is pretty decent for this motorcycle. Overall ride experience is quite enjoyable and engaging on the X440 T. So then to conclude, as a first ride impression, I definitely think the X440 comes around as a much more engaging motorcycle compared to the X440. It's got a nice mix of comfort as well as sportiness. And you do get this motorcycle in 4 color options. This is pearl white. Apart from that, you get this in pearl red and pearl blue and also vivid black. So compared to the X440, this one fetches a premium of 25,000 more, and the ex-showroom price on this motorcycle is 2,79,000 ex-showroom. Bookings of the motorcycle have already started and deliveries will commence in January 2026. We are soon going to be riding this motorcycle again for a more extensive period in a real world conditions to give you guys a more detailed review on the motorcycle, but as a first ride experience, it definitely is a nice motorcycle, quite an enjoyable motorcycle. That being said, I really do hope that you guys have liked this video. If that's the case, do give it a like and do share it with your friends. I'm Janak and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching Car and Bike.